So I have turned my cinch over. I wove the first half. Now I've turned it over and I'm going to do the second half. But I am outlining my center bar. And I outlined the bottom, now I'm going to outline the top. So unlike twining, which is done with 2 strands of yarn, outlining is done with 1 strand. And twining looks the same on front and back, but outlining has this raised look on the front side, only on the front side, not the back. So you need roughly 2 feet of yarn to go across. And because I knew I was doing both top and the bottom, I cut 4 foot and I ran it in a needle through this outside warp, so I had half to do the bottom and half to do the top. So like the end weave, the first one you're going to go under that warp, under the warp and through that loop. And then the rest you're going to go over the warp, around it, and you're coming up on the underside of that cord. I'm going to break it down nice and firm. So you're going over the top of the warp, around the back side, and coming up under the cord. So you're going right to left, and by the way, you can go right to left or left to right, it doesn't matter. It's the same principle. So over the top of the cord, around it, and on the underside. So I'm just going to do this all the way across. You can do multiple rows of outlining even, do multiple colors. It's a great design technique. Packing it down nice and firm. So again, remember you're coming up on the underside of that cord. So you're going over, around, and on the underside. So the first one you do under, and the rest you do over. And then, of course, when you get to the end, you're going to needle this loose end back into your weaving. So there we have a nice raised outline on both sides of the center bar. So I'm also going to show you how to do the raised outline on the triangle because it's a little bit different. So I'll catch you for that. I really like to do outlining on triangles because it gives them a nice, smooth, finished look. So it's similar to the outlining on the bars. You need about 2 feet of yarn. Put it on a needle and run it down through your weaving. And you can run it back up again. And if that feels secure enough, that's fine. If you want to anchor it some more, you can even run it down again. So like the outlining on the bars, the first one you're going to go under that warp and through that loop. I'm going to trim this off just because it's in my way. Okay, so the first one is under, then the rest going up are over. So you go over that warp, around it, and underneath this cord, and pull it down. So you go from left to right, you're going left to right with your cord, you go around the warp, coming up on the underside of it, and pulling it up snug. So you're going around the warp. These are half hitches. Nice way to do little fine designs on your cinch. So you can see it's making a nice smooth finished edge. So you're going under that cord until you get to the top. When you get to the top and you're going in the opposite direction, instead of going under the cord, you're going to go over it. So you're going to go around the warp, and instead of going under it, you're going over it. So again, you're going around the cord, and instead of under, you're going over it. So you're going to go that way, just down the opposite side. And again, you can go left to right or right to left, doesn't matter. If you go right to left, it's the same thing. When you're going uphill, you're going to go under your cord. When you go downhill, you're going to go on top of it. So when you get to the end over here, and remember you had stopped your triangle on the second warp, so you're going to go clear to the first warp. Then you're going to put your yarn on a needle. And then you're just going to run it down until it feels like it's anchored securely. I'm going to run this all the way down through the warp here. So there, you have a nice outline on your triangle. You can do this on triangles, you can do it on diamonds, you can do it on straight bars. Just makes a nice finish to your center triangle.